Good morning, you guys.
Cameras everywhere.
Cameras
It
everywhere.
It's like a Hollywood movie set or something.
No, really not.
Not really.
Okay, so welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. We are off on an exciting adventure today. We are heading up to Niagara Falls, and we are crossing over the border.
We're going to Canada for French fries and gravy, sir.
I don't know what that's from. So yeah, no, we're super excited. We're taking a little vacay and we're gonna film tomorrow at the falls, and we're just doing a little getaway. And everybody says go to the Canadian side of the falls, and that's exactly what we're doing. Mm-hmm. So we've got our passports in hand and we are ready to have fun.
We're gonna see how this goes. We've heard lots of different stories about the border crossing into Canada, which is ridiculous that it's an issue because anyway, but so we'll see. Some people have yeah, it's cool. They just ask you for this and then they wave you through it. Other people say they've gotten interrogated. So I don't know what to expect. So
we'll see.
We're gonna find out. It is our first border crossing by car.
Yes. So we're going to take you along for the journey as much as possible so we can give you a real life account of what is actually happening at the border today.
So somewhere in about 5 hours or so, or a little more, we'll probably be doing that. So anyway.
So we'll see. So we'll keep you abreast of the situation, and we'll actually see you on the road. All right, you guys.
See if this camera stays there.
Let's see. We've just crossed into New York. Next stop, Canada.
That was very intuitive of you. Nell grabbed her phone and she goes, "Oh, we're pretty close to New York." Picks up the camera and then the sign was right there. So
I could feel it in my bones.
That I don't know how the editing is going to go, but that sign that you just saw is was very impromptu.
Very.
And sorry, I'm not looking at the camera.
It's okay. So we're well on our way. We have about just under 3 hours left in the drive. And we've been on the road now for about 3 hours, so we're about halfway, and I'm really excited to see the colors so far, the fall foliage. We had some really cool stuff earlier in the drive, but now a lot of the the leaves are off the trees, so I'm a little disappointed.
We're certainly past peak.
Yeah.
It's still pretty, but not as much as we thought it would be. Honestly.
Yeah, so we'll see what it looks like closer, up towards Canada and New York, but I don't know. I don't have high hopes, but we'll see. So if I get some good stuff, I'll try to capture it for you guys.
Yeah, this is a really beautiful drive through central and northern PA, and then now in New York, it's just wide open roads, kind of hilly and but really cool views at spots when you peak, hills and I don't want to say mountains because I don't know these are really mountains, but
people that live in Colorado would say
these aren't really,
you don't have mountains.
These aren't, I guess, maybe they technically are, but on some peaks on the highway you get some really cool views, down in the canyons and the valley. So it's cool
for sure. All right, we're gonna keep going and we'll check in with you guys later. All right, you guys, we are back and
we haven't stopped since we talked to you.
We have not stopped. I'm wildly shocked that Kenny did not have to use the bathroom.
I would have had to go along the road. There's nothing.
No, there's literally nothing. So get fueled up in PA and don't plan on fueling up again until you're in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Speaking of Buffalo, we are entering downtown Buffalo currently.
And hopefully entering a gas station soon.
Yeah, because we do actually need gas. So we're going to do that, and then I see signs for Niagara Falls. So I'm getting excited. But I'll try to show you a little bit the scenery. Not much yet.
First major highway that we've seen in quite some time.
Yeah, we're going a little stir crazy. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, but I feel like there's civilization now.
Yes, there is. We will find a gas station. We will find the border, and then when we do, we'll go from there. I don't know where we're crossing. Everybody says, "Oh, are you crossing the Peace Bridge?" And I don't know. So
no idea, but
we'll have to figure it out. I'm assuming we'll see signs.
Yeah, we're 26 miles from our Airbnb.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, we're 26 miles from the Airbnb,
yeah,
so
we got to cross the border at some point.
Yeah, I don't know. we'll see. This should be fun, so stick around. Welcome to the city of Buffalo. All right, we've reached the border, you guys. Who's excited?
I don't know what to expect.
I'm gonna put the camera away,
Yeah.
so we'll let you know what happens.
I guess we'll catch you on the other side.
We're officially in Canada, eh? Okay, so we did cross at the Peace Bridge.
Yeah, this is officially my first time driving in a foreign country.
Yeah. This is also your first time in Canada,
It is.
so that's exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, so there were 2 lines open at the crossing that we were at. The other one seemed to be moving a little quicker, but I think it definitely has to... Oh, you're going to take that exit. But it definitely has to do with your situation. We told him that he asked where we were from, what we were doing here, and we said we were visiting Niagara Falls. He said, "Are you seeing anyone?" We said, "No, it's just the 2 of us." And he asked us to roll the back window down so he could see in, and he asked if we had firearms. We said no. Any alcohol or tobacco? We said no. And he said, "Have fun." And we went right through.
Yeah, we were probably at the little thingy there for like 30 seconds maybe.
Yeah, but you do need your passports because he did ask to see those.
There was a car in front of us that definitely had some other stuff going on because they handed him like a bunch of papers.
Yeah.
And they were there for like 5 minutes, and then they pulled off to the side and they were doing something else.
Yeah, but we waited probably like 5-7 minutes,
And
maybe.
It would have been less if I would have picked a different lane. So
Yeah, that's for sure. So
Then at the next one, turn right.
I'm excited. Well, we can't check into our Airbnb yet, so we got to find something to
At the
do.
light,
yeah,
turn right
I
onto
figure
Garrison Road.
we're gonna get into Port Colborne, I think is the town that we're staying in,
Yeah,
and then we're gonna kind of figure it out from there.
we will, but we'll keep you updated. It is absolutely wild watching these massive ships go through this tiny canal. Insane. Like, it for sure looks like it's not gonna make it. It's like the bridge up there. There's like, it has to be like inches. I don't know. I'm fascinated.
Okay.
Back on the road.
Better get across this thing before. Look at that thing.
That's the ship that just went through. It's just wild. Back on the road, you guys. This time, we're going home.
Back to the grand old US of A,
That's right.
where everything's more expensive, apparently.
Yes. And so, we're going to round out this vlog. We're going to do an entire border crossing vlog for you. So this time we're heading back into the US so we can give you firsthand experience on what that is like. So I'm assuming we'll cross again at the same bridge that we did before, the Peace Bridge. But yeah, so when you saw us last, we were crossing into Canada. This time we are crossing back into the US. So we just left Port Colborne, as you can tell by the ship going through the canal.
Got our Timmy Hortons.
That's right, and we are officially on the way. So when we get closer to the border, we'll start catch back up, and yeah, that's all I really have to say.
That's it. Yeah, it looks like we have maybe about 20 minutes or so.
Yeah,
Port Colborne's not very far into Canada. I was very surprised. I guess I didn't do my proper research.
I was shocked. So, all right, we'll see you guys at the border.
In about 2 miles, turn right.
Oh, it doesn't say it anymore. Our GPS was telling us
Oh, last exit before.
the last
USA.
exit before USA. So the GPS was telling us take 3 Queen Elizabeth Way to the bridge to the United States of America. It was just funny how she like says the whole
It said, yeah, she said like the whole thing was like, it was just, I don't know why that was funny, but it was.
Yeah. So anyway, we are very, very close to the border now, and Buffalo. Yes.
Buffalo, USA.
So you can actually see the Buffalo skyline, and looks like the bridge. Yeah, okay. So we're getting very close to the border. I don't know how much I'm gonna keep filming, but It looks like there's probably no backups or delays right now,
Yeah,
which
hopefully.
is kind of cool.
Yeah, that would be nice if there were. That's where we.
This is the Canadian side.
Yeah, that's where
We're getting over to the Canadian.
Yeah, right there is where we crossed over when we came for reference, and then so we'll go back over the bridge, and that's where the the crossover for the American side is. So.
Yep. So here is the bridge, and we'll see you on the other side. So the internet definitely lied. There is definitely a backup.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
I think we're about a little less than half a mile away from where you cross, and it appears we're in stop traffic right now. But still in Canada, still drinking Timmy.
This looks like fun, y'all.
It's 7 or 8 or 9 deep of trucks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
They have their own lane.
Yeah, 9 deep right there. Tractor trailers crossing it.
It's gonna be a little bit. All right, you guys. Just crossed the border back into the U.S.
We have good news and bad news.
What's the bad news?
The good news is they let us back in. The bad news is they let us back in. And we can't get Tim Hortons anymore.
No, well, unless we find somewhere in Buffalo, but it's probably not the same. So, anyway, the experience getting across into the U.S., it looked way crazier and more chaotic while we were waiting in line because there were a lot of people. But I think we probably only waited, like 15 minutes?
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
It wasn't that bad.
It
We
looked
got a
worse than
line.
it looked worse than it was.
Yeah, we got a line too that was moving. The other one's not so much. The agent asked for our passports. We already had our back window rolled down because sometimes they look. Canadian border agent on the way in looked. This one did not. He did not get out of the booth. He asked what we were doing in Canada, and he asked if we had anything to declare. So then he handed us our passports and said, "Be on your merry way."
I will say that all the border crossings that we experienced, both on this bridge and then when we were in Niagara Falls, were pretty seamless, honestly.
Yeah.
There's nothing to really speak of. If you are prepared, and I don't think they give you a problem.
No, and yeah, like they said, "What are you doing in Canada? What were you in Canada for?" We said the Niagara Falls, and I'm sure they probably get that pretty often.
I'm sure they're used to hearing I was there for the Niagara Falls.
So we are headed through Buffalo now, back home. We have about a 5-hour journey, and I think that's where we're gonna wrap this one up.
So if you're watching in central PA, it's about almost exactly 5 hours to the Canadian border if you're heading this way and you're from, the area where we are.
Exactly. Thanks, you guys, for tuning into this one. Hope that you found this helpful and maybe
Yeah.
makes crossing the border a little less scary for you if you have never done it before.
Yeah, I mean, we heard a lot over the years about this, and
Yeah,
honestly, it was not the nightmare that we've heard it was.
right, exactly. So just go into it with being prepared, and yeah, that's all you can really do.
Yep.
So awesome. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, stay tuned for all of the other videos in this series from Canada. I hope you enjoy it. And thanks for all. We didn't hook up the GoPro because it's still dead. So yeah, I forgot what I was going to say now. But thanks for
We're done.
we're done.
We're in the U.S.
We are in the U.S. now, so... Oh my god! Well, that was odd. The microphone literally just fell off the camera. I guess it shook itself loose. Okay, so we're really gonna wrap this up here. Things are falling apart. So stay tuned for the next video, whatever that may be, and thanks for tuning in. Thanks to all of our new subscribers. We love you and
Appreciate you.
hope you enjoy all of the rest of the content. So we'll see you on the next one.
Put that in.
That's